Today, I woke up with the nastiest acid reflux and sulfur burps. And I noticed that, shockingly, there's nothing online or not a lot of content online about what to do in case you get these symptoms, especially if you're in a GLP-1 like Ozempic, Zepbound, Mounjaro, and Wegovy. People like to do explainer videos of why this happens, but they don't really tell you what to do besides what to eat maybe. But there are a couple of tricks that I developed for myself. So since I had these symptoms today, I thought, why not make a video? Because I'm actually going to do these tricks, some of them at least today, to try to feel better. So today I'm going to share with you exactly how I treat my GLP-1 reflux and burps. But it also works for people that are not on GLP-1 because these could be symptoms that people experience just regularly. So this is good information for anybody that has GERD, indigestion, burping, and gas. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. This is just the stuff that I do for myself and stuff that I learned through research. If you have any intense symptoms, talk to your doctor, please. If you're getting these symptoms because you're in a GLP-1 like me, I'm going to do a quick explanation of why this happens. So GLP-1 slows gastric emptying. And that means that the food that you eat stays in your stomach for longer. That's how it helps you stay full for longer because the food is in there. The food stays there for a little bit longer than with regular people that are not taking these super powerful drugs. But this could also bring digestive side effects like nausea, constipation, diarrhea, all the fun stuff that people get when they take GLP-1s. And for me, today, that's acid reflux and sulfur burps. Before I get into what I actually do to heal my symptoms, make sure to like and subscribe so you keep getting more content like this. My first tip is something that could help you prevent these symptoms, but also it could help you not make them worse. And that's eating smaller meals. I'm pretty sure that the reason why I got my side effects today is because I ate a little bit too much yesterday, besides what I ate, which also contributed. But that's something that could make you feel that acid reflux. So imagine if you eat a big meal and it sits in your stomach for a while, you're just there producing gas. Some of the stuff is like being pushed up. It's not a good idea. So smaller meals, and you should eat slower too. A good thing to think about is to not eat until you're full. You just eat until you're satisfied. And eating slower will help you understand when you're actually full, because if you eat too fast, that message, that signal that you're full is not going to have enough time to reach your brain. So by the time you end, you will have eaten so much more. If you eat slower, maybe you get that signal before and you don't finish that huge sandwich, that huge meal that you're going to eat. Now, the second thing that you can do is to stay hydrated. And this one is super easy. When you're dehydrated, you can get these symptoms like nausea, you can feel more fatigued, and that can contribute to things like acid reflux, especially when you're close to your shot day and your appetite suppression is at its highest and you don't feel so thirsty. Actually, if you go to Lily's website on Zepbound's page, they talk about dehydration. It is very common with people that are taking Zepbound to get dehydrated because the same thing that makes you want to eat, to remember to eat, makes you have thirst. So if you're not really having that desire for food and for water, you could end up drinking less water. And let me tell you something. Sometimes we think that we're drinking enough water. I am known for being a lover of water ever since I was a kid. I drink tons of water. I'm obsessed with it. I don't drink soda. It is my favorite drink. So all day long, I drink water. But I didn't realize that when I started taking Zepbound, I was not drinking the same amount of water. I just didn't realize because I always knew myself as being this person that loves water, so I didn't even worry. I'm like, no, this side effect is not for me. But I went to get a blood exam, and the person that was drawing my blood was like, your blood's a little thick, girl. Like, are you drinking water? I was really surprised, honestly. I did not expect that I would be dehydrated, but a ton of markers on my blood exam showed that I had a small level of dehydration. And if this happened to me, trust me, this could happen to like 99% of people, because I love water. I don't drink it just because it's healthy. I am just obsessed with it. I'm always carrying my water bottle around. So please make sure to stay hydrated. And an easy way to make sure that you're staying hydrated, besides putting an alert on your phone or tracking the amount of water you're taking, is to take electrolytes. So I started taking electrolytes as soon as this lady told me that I was dehydrated. I was a little worried, and I did notice that I was having more headaches, and that's something that happens when you're dehydrated. I started taking these electrolytes, and immediately I felt so much better. I was not fatigued anymore. Like, I was getting tired, and I thought it was just because I was working too hard or doing too much. And it turns out it was most likely due to dehydration. So that's something that I would definitely recommend. The electrolytes I take are the ultimate replenisher, and I'm going to put the link in the description. I usually take the lemonade flavor. It's delicious. It has no calories, not expensive either. And I'm pretty sure they have a sale going on right now because I just bought my second one and it was 10% off. So if you want to try that, if you want to buy it, this is the time. And another thing I take, especially when I have these acid reflux days, and so for burps, I literally am going through it right now, is this product here that I found. It's called Sour Bellies, and this is incredible for you. You're probably familiar with apple cider vinegar and how healthy it is and all the benefits. And what this does is they added some honey to it and they made it portable. And I like that you can take this in your bag, so I'm not carrying around a bottle of apple cider vinegar. If I'm not mistaken, they have a sale going on right now. It's 20% off, it's not expensive, and it's only 3 ingredients. It's water, apple cider vinegar, and honey. It cannot get cleaner than this. If all of this fails, I take Tums. I don't like to take Tums every single time I have some indigestion because I like to stick with more natural products. So if nothing helps, then I take some Tums. Now I'm going to talk about 2 things to avoid, and that's carbonation, so like sodas, sparkling water, not a good idea, and fat. So why carbonation? Carbonation is gas, and gas can increase or cause more pressure in your stomach, which could lead to acid reflux and those gross burps. So skip the bubbles, and you should avoid fat because fat actually helps slow your digestion even more, which the drug already does. For my final tip, this is something that I actually learned with a Brazilian friend. I used to have acid reflux even before I took GLP-1s. And I had them for the longest time, and the doctor told me that I was going to have to take omeprazole for the rest of my life. So I started looking for ways to treat it in a more holistic way. So a friend of mine told me to actually drink aloe. You buy the plant, you take the stuff that's inside, that gel, put it in a blender with your smoothie, and you drink that. And that is the best natural remedy for acid reflux. And if you can't find an aloe plant, because I can't always find it at the market, you can buy it on Amazon. They sell like these jugs, but make sure to buy the gel because the gel is what's good for people with acid reflux. They also sell the juice, but what you want is the gel. I'm going to put the link in the description with everything I mentioned in this video. And a quick disclaimer, I do make commissions on some of the items that I put the links here, and you don't have to pay anything for it. It just helps keep my videos going, and I don't advertise anything that I haven't tried or that I don't use. Before I do a quick recap of everything we talked about so you can remember, I don't want to forget to talk about something that's so important that really changed my experience with GLP-1, and that's to track your symptoms. So if you feel sick today, you need to write down what you ate yesterday or what you ate today before you felt sick so that you know what makes you feel sick. So for me, for example, it's usually pizza, fatty things, or bigger meals. So I know yesterday when I went to the restaurant, I knew what I was doing. I was just hoping for the best, but obviously, I ate the things that I shouldn't have. And here I am today, having to juggle all these tricks to try to fight my acid reflux and sulfur burps. When you write these things down, you're going to start seeing patterns, and it's different for everyone. So some people can eat pizza, they're fine, but usually the culprit is fatty stuff. Okay, so the recap: keep your meals small, hydrate, ultimate electrolytes, sour bellies, aloe, no bubbles, and less fat when you have symptoms. And if you have symptoms like nausea, constipation, diarrhea, at the end of this video, I'm going to add 3 of my videos that talk about these symptoms and what I do to solve them. So when this video ends, these are going to pop up on the screen so you can just click on them and watch them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you when I learn some new stuff.